Hey guys, it is Brad from churchwp.net here, and I'm here with a Google Hangout video presentation entitled How to Choose the Best WordPress Theme for Your Church Website. If you're like me, when I first started WordPress and wanted to use it to create my church website, it was completely overwhelming, and I didn't really even know what to look for or the things that were important when it came to choosing the right theme and really creating a great WordPress site for your church begins with choosing the right theme. So in this presentation, we're going to cover the 6 things that we think are really important for you when considering a theme, buying a theme for your church website. So hopefully it's helpful and it will help you kind of figure things out. First thing I want to just cover is if you are creating a new church website via WordPress, definitely check out churchwp.net. It has everything you need to start this thing from scratch. The reason why I created it is because I was overwhelmed by all the choices, and this helps you narrow down what are your best choices. We have the best WordPress themes list where we only recommend the high quality themes. We also have some individual theme reviews we literally get our hands on and install all the themes that we review and give you our honest opinion about the pluses and minuses and what we like about them. And then we also have this unique thing called the Church Themes Comparison Tool, which allows you to search and compare themes by prices and features, and you can literally get all of them set up that way, and it is really handy to have. So this is an example of our themes right there. You can see some of those. Here is our church theme comparison tool, how you can compare all the different themes based on different things there. And again, here is our church WordPress theme list. So I just want to kind of get you that if you are looking for that, definitely check us out. We got lots of tutorials, plugin recommendations, and more. So let's get right into the presentation. The first thing you need to figure out when you are choosing a theme is a great homepage design. And you need to choose a theme that has a layout that you like and that you think would accurately represent your church. Your goal in creating a church website isn't to make it look trendy, isn't to make it look cool, it's to make it look professional and to accurately represent your church, accurately show the people who are coming there what you're like. So you want to choose a theme that represents them. There's a ton of different options out there. A couple of the 3 kind of main designs that are out there right now is a full width slider design. Our favorite is the new one that came out. It's the Exodus theme by churchthemes.com, and you can see this is a full width look. In other words, the slider is all the way across, and it's a slider that goes there, and it has all these features underneath it. That's one homepage layout. Another one is that's kind of new and coming on is the parallax scrolling, and this little image and the way that you see it there is called parallax scrolling. And one theme that we are currently really loving, and it just came out, is called the Kerygma theme by Organized Themes, another company that we highly recommend. And then there's another theme, if you want to look at some other ones, the Resurrect theme, which is also by churchthemes.com. And this one has some pretty unique features too. It has a 2/3 slider, and it also has some images here that are easy for people to see. And what we really like about this one is the 2-row menu option, which allows you to kind of get more information in front of people. But again, it's really choosing a theme that you like and has a design that you think is appealing and would fit for your church, and there's a ton of different options out there. Now, if you are a beginner, we would really highly recommend that you also think about theme customization options. And what we mean by that is how many options and different things can you change on that home page? Every theme has different things that you can change. Some themes you can change everything on this page. You can change the slider and put it down below here, or you can change the images and put text in all these different places. And if you're new, that may be kind of overwhelming. And so what we would recommend, if that's you, if you're newer to WordPress and newer to design, don't worry, you can still create a great design, but just choose a theme that has a home page that's pretty standard and built in. And honestly, all 3 themes that we recommended, the Resurrect theme here, the Exodus theme, and the Kerygma theme, all those are very much set up that way. You can change the content that you want down here at the bottom, but the slider and all that information, you change the images, but you don't change the layout of the page. And so we would definitely recommend that. If you are more of an advanced designer like myself, you may really want to find a flexible thing that allows you to customize everything. And there's some themes that we recommend on that. Just in Sheets Designs has a forgiven theme that allows you to kind of mix things up. One of our favorite is some of the new themes coming out from Elegant Themes as well, called the Divi, and we'll put a link to that here in a little bit. That literally lets you lay out a page however you want. But when you're new, we really want you to think about theme customization options, and we think it's important. And beginners, why not? The learning curve's big enough as it is to learn WordPress. It's doable, so don't feel intimidated, but why make you learn more things than what you have to? And so we recommend that you choose a theme that has a layout that you like, so you don't have to make a ton of changes. The next thing that you need to start thinking about is the page layout. So you have a home page that you like the colors that you can change those around. That's part of the theme customization that we talked about earlier. But what about the individual pages? And if you're a beginner, we think that you can save a ton of time and energy by choosing themes that are designed for churches. Now, you can get themes that aren't designed for churches. We recommend a ton of different themes by Genesis Themes, different themes that are created by Genesis of StudioPress, and also Elegant Themes have some great ones that you can use. But they are created for the mass market, and so they don't have a ton of features specifically for churches other than Genesis Outreach Theme, which is one of the ones that we recommend. But if you choose one, like the ones created by Organized Themes or churchthemes.com, you will find that they have built into them different options and different templates. So for an instance, the Church Themes one has a staff page that you just enter into the information, and if you click on it, you can see that this page is easily created, and all this information here for staff is automatically imported just based by creating some kind of profiles for these. You don't have to do any of the image and lay those things out. That happens automatically. Also, they have sermons and those kind of things that are built in. Again, you don't have to do all of this programming to put the images and the text. All that is automatically entered in when you use kind of the information that's embedded into the theme. And so if you're a beginner, that's a great way for you to save time and energy and create a really professional looking site, because the designers of the theme have done all the work for you. Another thing to consider is if you don't have a ton of photo editing software, maybe choose a theme that has what we call photo options. What you'll notice in this Exodus theme here is this section right here has a great image and a title over top of it. Now, most people, if they do have photo editing software, can create that title over top of it really simply. But some of you may be new to this and don't have a ton of those tools, and don't worry, you can actually create this just based on the tools that are built into the theme. I won't log in to show it to you for the sake of time, but literally you drop an image in there and you type in the text on the page, and it will input that and make it all look really professional and great. And the Kerygma and the Exodus theme and the Resurrect theme all do the same thing, and you can see they have different features as well. This one calls the Kerygma of Organized Themes calls this top section right here the hero section, where you can do the photo editing, and it shows you some of the different ways that you can do that. So that's another thing to think about when you're choosing the correct theme for you in your unique situation. If you're a beginner, you might want to choose one of these themes that's designed for churches with the church page templates and has some of the photo options that you need. Advanced designers, you may actually want the opposite. You may find a theme that allows you to create multiple page layouts. And again, our favorite for that is the Divi theme by Elegant Themes. It has a page builder that lets you literally create anything you want on any page, or you can even use shortcodes and some of those kind of things. But if you're a beginner, we definitely recommend that you use a theme that has some of this stuff built in, some of these page out options. Another thing to think about is that you can think as well about some of the church-specific features that you need. Again, we will make it absolutely clear that you do not need to buy a church-specific theme. You can use a general theme and use a bunch of third-party plugins, and we have a list of those here at Church WP. I'll just pull it up here. You can see our list of church plugins for calendar, maps, prayer, security, SEO, sermons, that. And even if you sign up to join with us, you can get your list of our 10 favorite church plugins. So it's not that you can't create it, but some of these themes actually have this stuff built into it to where you don't have to find all the extra themes. You just install one and you get an automatic map, events calendar, sermon management, and bio. And what's nice about that is you have to learn one system and one thing and update it alone. So if you're a beginner, we really do recommend that you think about those kind of things. Again, it's not hard to do. You just have to install some plugins, which are really simple to do, but it may be something for you to consider if you want to use something that is a little bit easier for you to do. Again, the churchthemes.com has a great plugin that actually some of other designers are starting to use that has all these built-in features, and other ones have it built in as well. We've been kind of promoting organized themes in some of theirs, and each of their themes have these built-in components as well. So again, it's not a have to, but it may be something to help save you some time and energy and help you make a better looking church website easier. The last couple of things that we want you to think of don't have anything to do with the way the theme looks or the way your website looks. It has to do with the kind of back-end work that the theme companies have done to help you create a great looking site. And so the fifth thing that we think you need to look for and to think about is the setup documentation. And we really recommend that if you're a beginner that you purchase from a company that has a thorough step-by-step documentation. Some companies, all design and theme companies are not the same when it comes to their documentation. Some of them, like church themes and organized themes, have some awesome user guides. We're here at Church Themes website, and we will show you exactly all the documentation that they have, and they have step-by-step instructions on how to do this. Organized themes, once you log in, has very similar tutorials and step-by-step things. And when you're starting out, when you're learning how to do WordPress, this can save you a ton of time and energy. So we definitely want you to think about the setup documentation. Now, if you're an advanced designer, you may not even need this. Honestly, when I do most of my reviews, one of the ways I test a theme is by just seeing if I can figure out how to set it up myself and how intuitive it is. But it still is nice to have that documentation to go back on if you want. The last thing is also to think about is the support. Support is different than the documentation. It's kind of the same, but most theme companies will offer you either a forum, organizedthemes.com offers that, or an email forum that you can ask the designer specific question, which I think churchthemes.com uses. Both these guys and some of the other companies out there too are really quick at answering your questions, and there's nothing more frustrating than trying to set up a theme and get stuck with something, and you know it's a simple solution, you just don't know how to do it. Well, choose a theme company that has great support and that doesn't treat you like a jerk if you have a question that may be pretty simple, but we'll just give you the answer you need. Again, if you're an advanced designer, this may not be as critical for you, but definitely it's something to consider when choosing a great church theme. So we hope that you've enjoyed this little presentation to help you kind of understand some of the things that you should think about when checking out a church theme. We definitely want to say if you are trying to create a new church WordPress website, we think you're heading in the right direction. That's why we've created our website, and we've created a ton of different resources, as we said earlier, to help you do this. We have our church WordPress themes list, the best list that we update as soon as new themes come out, and it's got the best and greatest. We got our church theme comparison tool that will allow you to side-by-side compare all the features. We also, if you sign up and become a member, which is free, you can get a website starter kit, which actually you can import 17 pages that your church uses with menu structures and all that, and it can save you a ton of time and energy. And if you're completely new, you don't even know where to begin, we definitely recommend that you check out our new website beginner's guides. Again, we'll be posting links to all this stuff once we get the video on YouTube, and we thank you for your time, and we wish you the best of luck as you create a great looking church website via WordPress. We want churches to have as amazing of websites as possible to proclaim Christ to the world around us, and the web is one of the ways that we can do that. So we hope that you enjoyed this presentation, and thanks for your time.